All right, we're going to get started because it is 1 o'clock. So welcome to the Easy Fun STEM with STEM Scouts. My name is Spencer Brink, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the STEM Scouts program, and then we're going to go through and you and your kiddos will be able to do a little fun activity, and all you need is a piece of paper. If at any point in time you have questions related to the STEM Scouts program, or as we're going through the activity, please don't hesitate to come off mute, raise your hand, whatever works easiest for the device you're using. If you aren't using it already, speaker view at the top of your screen is probably the easiest way to see the presentation. That way you're looking at primarily the screen and not all everyone participating paneled on the screen. So the STEM Scouts program is a program that we offer through the Boy Scouts of America, and it's a program that's all about exposing youth to fun hands-on STEM, which is why we participated today. We help to encourage youth natural curiosities, help with working with volunteers and professionals to give them a hands-on experience. And even in this challenging time of hands-on, we are still offering STEM Scouts where it's virtual online-led programs, but the materials all with the kids to do all the activities. So it's still very hands-on, and it focuses on youth in grades 3rd through 8th. So this is a little bit, if you are familiar with the Boy Scouts of America, this is a bit of the mission that we have to help prepare young people to make ethical and moral decisions over their lifetime. And we use the Scout Oath and Scout Law. And we talk about with kids working on trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And truthfully, all of these are really, really important in STEM. So we're going to have a little bit of fun, and we like to help youth work through these things and how they can be better teammates in STEM, how they can be cleaner with STEM activities and experiments, and following directions when it comes to the program and the importance of directions when it comes to STEM. So the STEM Scouts program is broken up into activities that are 5 modules that are 4 meetings in each module. So they do a total of 22 meetings throughout the school year. The first 2 meetings are parent orientation and safety. We've always focused on safety. So it's fully STEM-based. That's what we really like. It's all about just being hands-on and engaging with STEM for those 3rd through 8th graders. Meetings last anywhere from about 75 minutes to maybe 90 minutes, but it's self-paced so the youth can continue on working on the activities as they want to. It is volunteer-led. And this year, supplies get shipped either to the volunteer leading lab or a central location where families can pick up the materials so that they can do the activities from the comforts of home. We do a lot of things in STEM Scouts, ranging from physics to robotics to rocketry, and this year is no different. This year, our elementaries will do anatomy, and computer animation, magnetism, astronomy, earth science, and our middle school will do, that's showbiz baby, so film and digital photography, animation, simple machines, and designing computer apps and working with circuitry. So it's all just meant to be fun, because that's our principle. We like to have fun with STEM. We like to do things that allow youth to have fun. So that being said, we're going to have some fun. I'm hoping, I can't see anyone on video, so I'm hoping that your kiddos are there and they're able to access the 1 sheet of paper. Just 1 plain sheet of paper, could be printed on. All they need is 1 sheet of paper for this activity. So we're going to start with a question, because today we're just going to do a simple activity about sound? If your kiddos are listening or on, they could answer the question, what is sound? And feel free to come off mute if they want to answer on what they think sound is. All right, I don't hear a lot of answers, but we'll continue. So sound is a vibration. It's waves of energy that travel through solid, liquid, or gas, or like air. And the stronger the vibrations, the louder the sound is. Others would say that sound from a biology standpoint is those wavelengths and that sound being heard and interpreted by your brain, and that sound. So we're gonna, and there's lots of things that can make sound, and we're gonna create something that makes sound out of something we may not have thought of. So we're gonna make basically a paper. It's gonna end up, if you can see me in the screen, it's gonna end up looking like a triangle, but it's gonna, when you are able to swing it, it's gonna make a loud noise. Not too loud. If you're sensitive, it's not gonna be, you know, so loud that you can't hear anything, just loud enough to make it fun. So I want everyone to take their paper, their full sheet of paper, and they're gonna fold it lengthwise. So you're gonna fold it like on the, like the picture shows. You're gonna place the long end towards you and fold it across so you create a crease against going all the way up and down the long edge of the paper. You're going to do the same thing by taking it the other direction, and you're going to put the short end towards you, fold it away from you to the other side of the paper, and create what ends up being 4 visual squares on the picture. So you're going to have very clear creases. It's going to end up with 4 squares. Now, you're going to take 2 of those squares from the short end, and you're going to fold the edges of the paper in towards you. So one of them looks like this. You're going to do that with all 4 sides. So you have 2, and then you're going to make the other 2 look the same. So you're going to end up looking like, kind of like this. The 2 folded in on the top, 2 folded in on the bottom, and the flat lines on the side. So now that you've done that, you're going to hold the paper like this, and you're going to fold it in half against the crease. I'm going to move this one down so you see. It's going to look like a triangle with the top cut off. Now you're going to take one long edge and you're going to fold it towards that top. So you see the front end is flat and the back is pointed. You're going to do the same with the other edge. So that soon you're going to have a square. Your square is going to have a flat edge on one end, and then you're going to have the 2 pointed on top. Now you're going to fold it so that the 2 pointed, so that the flat becomes on the inside, and it looks like you've got a triangle. So you've made your paper banger. You've made this, you notice. So now we're going to give it a try. You have to hold the edge of the paper where the 2 thinner points are. So that on the inside you have what looks like, you see the flat edges, and then you have a space. Now, when you do this, to make this noise, you're going to hold the edges and you're going to swing your hand down as fast as you can in order to try to create enough airspeed that you pop out the center and it ends up making a bang. So we're going to give it a try, and then I'm going to show you a trick in case yours, like mine the first time, was just not working. So see, sometimes it doesn't work, and that's okay. Sometimes things don't work in science, so we're going to try. So on the very inside, there's a little lip, if you see, just one little piece. We're going to push that out just a little so that it kind of tense that inner piece enough to create a little bit of separation. And we're going to try it again. And I've gotten this to work, but there's also been plenty of times where I've been playing over and over again. Let's see if the one I made previously will work. But sometimes we have to just keep trying. So I encourage you. There you go. See, as it made, you can probably hear the noise as it came out. It tented this piece and it made that pop. So that was the vibration of this piece of paper being forced open by the air. And you have to make sure you get a good space on it. So I always like to don't go on the desk, you may end up hitting something. Go to the side and swing it down. And there you go. Now you've made something very simple, but it does take a lot of step, not only in the precision of the folding, in the way and the test and trial and error of the airspeed and how fast you can swing it, but also in the fact that it is creating sound waves that then your ear hears for you to pick up. Now there's a ton of easy fun STEM activities you can do at home beyond folding paper, which there are plenty of opportunities in that as well. If you're wondering what can you do at home while you're looking at different ways to have science, there's always some of my favorites, like creating penny boats, using aluminum foil squares and folding them to create the best boat possible, and just getting a bowl from or filling the sink at a low level with some water and test it out. Try and make the best boat possible by slowly stacking. I see we have a question. You can come off chat if there is a chat and I don't see it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Like, what's the science behind it?
The science behind the paper banger?
Yeah, like how the noise, like how there's noise and stuff.
That's a great question. So it would be the physics of the air. So you're creating the force, your arm. So this alone doesn't have a ton of sound, but the way it's designed, it does have air channels that you've created by folding it. And it's your force that's, and the momentum that you're adding to it, that when you swing it, causes the air force to pop open the one channel, and that pop sends vibrations, and parts of the vibrations are echoed from the channel that you've then created, which is why it comes out louder. And I imagine if it got too big, it might be too faded. So there's kind of a right size, but a lot of it is about the force that you create by swinging it down, and the vibrations that are created by the action that sends this paper out into the air. It's just enough that up here, that energy is released and it comes off as sound waves that are echoing out of the chamber. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Of course, and there's plenty of ways that you can, you can be a scientist, you can modify this, you can try seeing what happens if you created one that was smaller So this is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, but almost any rectangle may work. You could always try it. See what happens if you used a different size piece of paper, if it worked the same way.
Okay, I'll try like with a small piece of paper and see.
Maybe you'll have a really tiny little pop, or maybe it'll be that the paper is too heavy for the air, because there is a balance. You may take less or it may take more if the paper doesn't have enough of that pop. But it is fun to just go around and swing your arms and make something pop. It's something fun to do. It's easy, and you can do it with just about any piece of paper you have lying around the house.
Yeah, okay.
So if you like hands-on STEM stuff, and it seems like fun to do things at home, and they're a little bit more the STEM that we do at STEM Scouts. This is one example of an activity that was part of one meeting that we did years ago. In that meeting, we also explored sound waves by watching vibrations of rulers and adding a metal slinky to a styrofoam cup to make laser, like Star Wars laser sounds. But if that's something that's fun and you like those opportunities, we have many STEM Scouts programs that start this fall. This is just an example of ideas. So we have middle school programs, we have elementary school programs, they meet on different evenings. So there's always a way to get involved. If you want to find out what's near you, you can visit joinscoutsin.org, put in your address, and see if there's a STEM Scouts lab that comes up. If it doesn't, you can always email me. I am glad to help figure out how you can be a part of STEM Scouts if there's not a STEM Scouts virtual lab in your area. We also have, there is a cost to the STEM Scouts program, but we also have scholarships. So there's always the opportunity to be a part of the STEM Scouts program. So this is the cost of the program if you were curious of what it means to join for all the weeks and all the materials. Mom or Dad, if you're listening and you're wondering how can you help, if you saw that there wasn't a program in your area and you wanted to make one, volunteering to help lead really does help. We're totally volunteer led, but we have really great resources and curriculum to help and make it really fun for everyone. So thank you. Thank you for making our sound experiment. If you want other ideas, I'm glad to talk about some other fun activities you may be able to try at home. If you want to know more about the STEM Scouts program, I am here. I realize this is shorter than 30 minutes. I did not know how fast or slow it would be. But yeah, please go ahead, keep making your paper bangers. They're kind of fun to just keep going back and forth. And if you did make it and you want to come off mute, and we could try to have as many of them go off at the same time, and that could be fun too. If you're able to make one work, we could come off and see if we could make it. Hello. How did it work for you?
How did it work for you?
All right, let's see it. Let's see.
Pull it out a little bit more.
Hey, it's okay. It took me like 40 times to make to practice to do this presentation. So
She's gotten it a few times. Here. I think you need to go out to the side a little bit more. Let's see. Nope.
it helped me by holding it down at the very edge so that I wasn't like at the very edge. There you go. So the lower you hold it, the more room it has to the paper. Let's see.
Here, definitely. Super fast. Super fast. Keep going. Try it again. Uh-oh.
You know, it may help. What if you sort of stood up so you can use your full?
There you go.
Sometimes I find that.
There you go.
Hey, you did it. There you go. So see, it's a little bit about, it does take a chance to figure out just how much you have to do. I happen to be pretty tall, so my arms going up and down work, but you know, when we've done it, we've had everyone stand up because that's the easiest way to get enough momentum to make it work. So good job. Good. That was a lot of experimenting. That was really good work.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have you done other sessions? Are you going to visit more sessions from Celebrate Science today?
I think so.
I think there's a chemistry one in a couple. I think it comes up at 1:30 at Eli Lilly Science Chemistry, Fun with Science. He's pretty cool. So if you haven't checked him out,
Which one was that?
his is, I know he's in Zoom. I know he's in room 1. I'm sorry, it's either Chemistry Fun or Fun with Chemistry. It's from Eli Lilly, and he does some pretty cool things if you like chemistry.
Yeah, she did one. She just did one that was called At Home Chemistry.
Oh, nice.
Like that one. She did a fossil one this morning.
Ooh, with the State Museum?
Yes.
Yes.
She really liked the egg science one.
What'd you learn in egg science?
We're putting you on the spot. Said it was really interesting. What was some of the things you learned about the eggshell?
Oh.
Where's your notes? You were taking notes in that one, weren't you?
No,
Not in that one, in the fossil one. Yeah.
just
I'm just glad to hear that you're finding things and experimenting and learning about things. That's what this day is about. It's just about visiting and learning from a bunch of different groups and having some fun. And so it's great that you got on today. We really appreciated the whole community that puts together Celebrate Science. It only matters if families like yourself come and enjoy it. So thanks for being on today.
This was our first experience. We'll have to, hopefully we can try the in-person conference next year.
Oh yes, the in-person is one of my favorite things. I even brought my 1-year-old at the time to the last one that I worked in. She just played with cups because they had about 1 million cup stacking cups, and that's what we played with. She just sat there knocking down cups for a long time. So I truly hope we all get to be back together in person again next year for Celebrate Science. Are you guys local to Indianapolis, or are you?
We're west of we're in Danville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so she's
STEM Scouts is something you might be interested in as an opportunity to do out of school. We have a programs that where the leaders are in Avon, so that would probably be the closest shipping wise.
Yeah.
And the leader of the elementary school one is pretty flexible in terms of how she meets with families to get supplies this year. So no program has started yet, but if you look at Join Scouts IN, you'll be able to and put in your address. You would be able to probably find the Avon opportunity, or I can go back and you can take down my email address, and let me go back a few. There we go. And I can help connect you with the local lab and get you all sorted.
Yeah, she's in Girl Scouts. So, but I know she's very interested in STEM, and she likes to do her own experiments at home, and she likes to build with circuits and things.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. So this year is a little different because it's going to be a little bit like this. You'll have a leader, and then you'll have a whole bunch of kids doing the activity. It's still about you getting to do the activity and having all the supplies so that you're bringing STEM home. And then whatever you use, whatever you don't use, it just is yours to keep. So all the materials are yours. I think there's even a way to continue on designing computer animation with WASED even after the 4 weeks. So you get to continue and explore more. So we hope that this just continues and starts the learning instead of trying to bring some more connection in this kind of time when it's hard to get out and do things. We're trying to help bring it to the home and to the family.
That sounds awesome. All right.
So I'm going to find you the There's also the Corteva discovering a molecule. Where
Yeah,
is
we
it?
looked at that one, didn't we? The molecule one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I hope you have a really awesome rest of your day. And hello.
Hi.
Yeah, should all be lots of fun, lots of different. Did you listen to the keynote speaker, Miss America?
We didn't. She was out helping work in the garden.
Oh, well, that's important too. It's good to get outside today, especially it's not too hot. It's still sunny.
What were
Yeah.
what were you doing in the garden today?
Doing set up potatoes.
Digging up potatoes.
Whoa, well, that's such a cool experience. I am terrible at getting things to grow, so I am envious of your success. So good job.
You know what, too.
All right. Well, thank you. We'll
Thank
check in.
you. Enjoy your next session. You have plenty of time to figure out what you want to do next.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks.